I'm Jenny Hougah, and I am a realistic painter and an art instructor. We're here today. We're going to be doing some painting together with acrylic paint, and our project is called Geopoppin'. So Geopoppin' with acrylic paint. This is set for 6th to 8th graders. So welcome. A little bit about our project today. We'll use canvas paper and acrylic paint to create 5 paintings based on interesting designs that you'll create. You'll get plenty of experience mixing paint and painting, as well as becoming familiar with some artist terms. Today's project, Project 2, we are making a painting using ribbons. It is called Ribbons, Highlighting, Shading, and Complementary Colors. Now, what in the world is a complementary color? It tends to give a complement to another color. And really what it means is that you have your primary colors, which is blue, yellow, and red. A complementary color is just one that does not have the other in it. So we know that blue and yellow from yesterday's project, because green is my favorite color. So when I mix blue and yellow together, this surface, it's dry, so it's not going to mix together. Blue and yellow make green. And so green is a complement of red. So a complementary color is really just a color that is opposite another color. Green is opposite of red. And so that is one example of a complementary color. Another one would be if I mixed orange. So if I made blue, red and yellow and I mixed those two together, then I would get orange. And orange is a complement to blue. The last one that we didn't do is blue and red mixed together make purple. Purple is a complement to yellow. It's really fun to mix with complementary colors, to work with it, to see how they look together side by side. And in this project, where we draw ribbons and paint around it, we are going to be working with complementary colors. Very exciting. So get your palette, put your paints on your palette, get your paintbrush, get your water, grab a pencil, grab your piece of computer paper and your palette paper, because we are going to do a ribbon painting with complementary colors. The first step is going to be to figure out which complementary color you want to work with. So I mixed blue and yellow to make green. So I mixed blue and yellow to make green. So I'm going to use green to be my background color. So I can grab a little bit of white here, and I can mix it in if I want. If I want to make it like a lighter color, then I can do that. And again, I'm going to mix it on the surface of my painting. The surface of my painting paper. I'm just going to take care to color all the edges. I can make it nice and thin. If I want it to be darker, then I just make 2 coats. I just do this once, and then I do it a second time. So I really like the way that I painted this background. I like having a little bit of paintbrush marks on the background. I think it creates like an interesting kind of background to things that are on top of it. So now we're going to put this to the side and let it dry. Maybe put our paintbrush in our water, or just rinse out your paintbrush. You can get the excess water off your brush and put it down on your surface, work surface, because we need to get our piece of paper. Because we need to get our drawing paper. So we're going to just practice a little bit and learn how to draw a simple ribbon. So we're going to take our pencil. And we are going to just learn how to make a ribbon shape. Basically like you make S curves all the way down your page, and right at each edge you're going to draw a straight line. About 1 inch, not too long, not too short, but right at the top of it, and have it go all the way down. Once you do that, then you're going to mimic the curve that's above it. You don't want to like make it straight across, you know, because then it can go into there. You want to kind of mimic the curve of the line that's above it, just like a ribbon blowing in the wind, falling. All right. So once you have this, then you can see where you would shade it in. So right here, this area is where you would do some shading if you wanted to make it seem like there was a little bit of shadow. So we're doing complementary colors. Just keep that in the back of your mind, because you can choose to make your ribbon a complementary color of your background, or you could even choose to have a complementary color for one side or for the other, and let you guys choose. So just to make sure I got it right, I'm going to do another ribbon going across. This is my sheet that I'm just drawing. This is just my computer paper. It's not my painting sheet yet. So I'm going to do that. And the same thing. That's where the shade would be. It would shade right in here. Really basically where the edges are. Alright, so now I have 2 ribbons on this page. And I feel pretty comfortable with making a ribbon, so now I can go in and draw a ribbon on my paper that I know is now pretty dry. Alright, so now I got my dried background paper, which perhaps you like to have the brush marks like me, or it's more solid, it's totally up to you. But this is my background that I'm going to draw my ribbons on top of. So I'm going to just use my pencil. I'm using it across the whole page. I made that same kind of curve shape. And I'm going to draw the lines down from the edges, just like I did last time, in my practice sheet, and practice as many times as you need. And I'm going to just mimic that line that's right above again. Just going to try to make it parallel. I can't really see this line. There it is. That's where it ends. And I'm going to mimic that line. I'm going to make it parallel. Here's this line that comes down here. Bring that down. So now I have 1 ribbon. My brush. Alright, so now I've got my brush. My water is kind of dirty. So what you can do is you can clean it. You can pour it out and get fresh water if you have access to that. If not, this water is good enough for just cleaning off your brush, and just kind of go like this to the edge. Or if you have a paper towel, you can grab your paper towel and just squeeze the excess water out of your paintbrush. So I'm going to take red, because red I know is a complement of green. I'm going to add some white to it. So now I have my pink. Now that I have my pink, I can start coloring in my ribbon. Now this is a very big brush. If you have smaller brushes, grab it. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a smaller brush right now. Alright, so I grabbed my smaller brush. It's a little bit smaller and it's kind of got a curved edge. And I'm going to grab some more pink. And it actually goes on a little bit thicker, which is nice. And I'm going to do alternating colors. So I'm going to do pink, another color, pink, another color. This is where you can get really creative with your colors. Ooh, this is a nice pink, very light. The color does not have to be exactly the same each time. You just want to make sure that your paintbrush and the paint goes all the way up to the line that you drew. Okay, so I have my pink, my blank space, my pink, my blank space, and then all the way at the bottom I had a little bit more pink. So now I'm going to definitely want to clean off my brush. So now, in keeping with complements, I want to complement this green by not adding white to my red. So I'm going to stay with my complementary color of red, and I'm going to grab some red, and I'm going to just fill in that area on every other sheet. Alright, so my paint is still wet. I'm going to let this dry a little bit. And as I let it dry, I may want to add another